Michigan Democrats planning to censure State Representative Karen Whitsett, a Democrat, today after she thanked President Trump for touting a drug she says saved her life from COVID-19. Watch.
Thank you for everything that you have done. I did not know that saying thank you had a political line. I sincerely appreciate that, because had you not brought this to the forefront of the HQ, of being able to put this out here, I wouldn't be here today to even have this conversation.
Now the president is welcoming her to join the Republican Party. We'll ask her about that. Democrat, Michigan's State Senate Representative and coronavirus survivor Karen Whitsett joins us now. Karen, thank you so much for being here. I caught your interview last night on Tucker as well. Grateful for your willingness to come out and talk about what you experienced and then the political blowback. Help me out for a second. You were very sick. You and your doctor made a decision to use a drug and it worked. You thanked the president publicly. You had a chance to go to the White House and thank him. And yet the Democrat Party in Michigan is censuring you. There's got to be more to this story. Is there?
Oh, thank you so much for having me on this morning. I really appreciate it. There is so much more to this story. It is, and it's shameful, actually, on the Democratic Party. 13th Congressional Leader Jonathan Kinlock, who also works for Governor Gretchen Whitmer, has decided that, and I believe this is the governor, has decided that she is going to slap me on the wrist by silencing me. And it's a shame. It's a shame that she's doing this. It's politics at its best. In a time like this during a pandemic, when she should be focusing on the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan, this is what she's focusing on, trying to silence me. I guess this is teaching me to be in my place, and that's not going to stop me.
Clearly, and it shouldn't. Your sin seems to be complimenting the president that they're invested in hating more than anything else. Here's what the resolution says about you. It says, Whitsett has repeatedly and publicly praised the president's delayed and misguided COVID-19 response efforts in contradiction with the scientifically based and action-oriented response from Michigan's Democrat leadership, endangering the health, safety, and welfare of her constituents, the city of Detroit, and the state of Michigan. This is not coming from the Republican Party, from your political opponents. These are coming from your own party.
Only person that is being irresponsible in this situation is Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And I will continue to point the finger at her. As long as Black people in the city of Detroit are dying, and it's not just Black people, but we are a predominantly Black city. And as long as bodies are piling up and these people have names to them, we've had a 5-year-old die in our city, I'm not going to be silenced. I have family members that have passed away. They have been turned away at the hospital. As long as this irresponsibility of water still being shut off in people's homes, as long as people do not have DTE and gas and electricity in their homes, as long as pipes that have been burst and they don't have any way to replace those pipes, as long as people do not have the needs that they need to have to be in place in their homes, such as food, and they have to walk to the gas stations and the liquor stores every day just to purchase single items because they don't have a refrigerator. They don't have a stove to cook on. I'm going to speak out because you didn't help people to get what they needed. You had an opportunity back in February to stop the water shutoffs in the entire state of Michigan, but she chose not to do that. She simply chose and said that it was not statistically sound. She saw no evidence in stopping water shutoffs in the state of Michigan. How irresponsible. And we still have a Flint water crisis. We still have prisoners that are not being tested. Come on now, let's be serious and use some common sense here.
I agree on the common sense. Karen, you are clearly a passionate public servant and advocate. But I got to ask you, the president has seen your story and tweeted, hey, you're welcome in the Republican Party. Is that something you're thinking about?
Listen, I'm a Democrat. I'm going to remain a Democrat, and I'm going to stay within the Democratic Party and do exactly what I do, and that's work on the other side of the aisle. As long as the president is the president of the United States, I am going to work with the president of the United States, and I will ensure that what needs to be done is done. I don't care who it is. As long as we need things in the city of Detroit and we have a president of the United States that is willing to work with us and get those things done, that's who I'm going to work with. And President Donald Trump wants to do that. It's common sense.
fresh air.
Complaining about those stimulus checks that he's sending out. I don't see anyone complaining about the stimulus checks that he's sending out. I haven't heard one person say, you know what, I'm sending my stimulus check back.
You know what? That sounds like the opposite of resistance. It sounds like resilience. It sounds like common sense. It sounds like cooperation. It sounds like putting the right priorities first. State Representative Karen Whitsett, thank you for speaking out. I know they couldn't shut you up if they tried. So keep it up. Thank you so much for joining us on Fox and Friends, and thank you for your courage. We appreciate it. We reached out to Michigan's 13th Congressional District Democrat Party for statement, but we did not hear back, not surprisingly. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Some people really stepped